Hi, I'm Chris McBrien.
And I'm Derek Myers.
Here at Pop Goes Your World, we've received a lot of great feedback on how much people enjoy the trivia segments that we do at the end of every episode.
So we've decided to go back and put together compilations of the Fun with Yancy and Fun with Caveman segments we've done over the years as a set of bonus episodes.
We hope you enjoy the fun. Episode 68, Raiders of the Lost Ark Movie Review.
Fun with Yancy.
Okay, so it's over to you, my friend. You want to give me some trivia from Raiders of the Lost Ark and see how well I remember this movie from when I was 11?
Yeah, sure. So I had 17 questions originally, and they've been whittled down substantially.
Sorry.
I had 17 questions. I've been avoiding IMDb. I've been avoiding Wikipedia, everything like that. Like I'm trying to go to blogs and
obscure stuff. Yeah.
Really obscure stuff, and it's obviously to no avail. It doesn't matter because you know these movies very well. But
Sorry.
All right. So the first question. So you mentioned Lawrence Kasdan. He developed the film with Steven Spielberg, and Lucas was named the main character. He decided to make it Indiana Smith. And they decided to change the name because they thought that it sounded too much like Steve McQueen's Western Nevada Smith character.
Okay.
So where did the name Indiana Jones originate from? Where did they get this
from? It was Lucas's wife's dog was a Malamute.
Correct. Okay.
And as another tie-in, Lucas used to drive around in his truck with the dog sitting beside him, and that's where he got the idea for Chewbacca.
Oh gosh, I really thought that was the one. I thought that was the one that was going to stump you, but
was that another question too?
No, I mean that was. I mean, you basically got. I was going to ask what the breed of dog was, but you knew that one too.
Woo! Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. So this is an easy one.
Yep.
So during this time, the German army entered the Rhineland. Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals in the Olympics. Indiana Jones was all over South America looking for a hidden temple that housed a golden idol. All of these events took place at the exact same time. What year was this movie taking place in?
When was this movie set? I will say 1936.
You nailed it.
Yes.
Because of course you did.
Yes.
Okay, next one. I've never heard of this before.
Okay.
That's why it stood out to me. Maybe they mention it more in the movie than I remember. But whenever he's looking into the tomb, okay, what kind of snakes does Salah say are inside? What is the specific type of snake?
Asps. Very dangerous. Yes.
You should go first.
Yes, you go first.
Okay. Next question. A chunk of this film is based in Nepal. Obviously, yep. Marion's bar is based in Nepal. That's where he meets her and asks for a drink and stuff.
Yep.
Can you name me the present-day capital of Nepal?
Oh, cheapers. No, I couldn't even tell you past what a capital of Nepal is. I'm just trying to think. No, I can't think of it.
It's actually Kathmandu.
Oh, Kathmandu. Oh, I knew that.
This is not technically a Raiders of the Lost Ark question,
right.
But I have to be creative.
Oh, of course. It's all good.
In what Egyptian city did the Nazis try uncovering the Ark? So that main city where you see them doing all the digging and stuff. Right. What is the name of the Egyptian city?
Tanis.
Tanis. Very
yes.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Where else are we? So you remember Indy did indeed. He actually retrieved the Ark, and him and Marion chartered a boat to take them wherever. Can you remember the name of the boat that they chartered?
Oh yeah, it was. What the heck was the name of it? It was like Wind.
Yes.
Was it the Windu?
It was the Bantu Wind.
The Bantu Wind. Oh, it was kind of close. Jeez,
yeah, I'll give you half credit. That was actually pretty close.
Kind of close, almost. Yeah.
Okay, so can you name the captain of the ship that Indiana and Marion leave Cairo on? So the name of that pirate ship.
Oh, Captain. Oh, it escapes me now. Oh, the guy with the sweater and the hat. No,
I know you can pull this out. Come on, Chris.
No, I can't think of it off the top of my head.
It is Captain Katanga.
Katanga, that's it. Yes.
Katanga.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mentioned at the top of the show. Can you name to the minute the exact runtime of Raiders of the Lost Ark?
It was an hour and 55 minutes, right?
55 minutes. Okay. I didn't mean to mention it during the show, but that was one of my.
I only knew it because you mentioned it during the show, so that's good.
Okay. So this Raiders of the Lost Ark, it was nominated for 23 awards and it won. I'm sorry, it was nominated for 33 awards and won 30. Can you name the number of Oscars and which Oscars this film won?
It was nominated for. It was up for 9, but it won all the technical stuff. Like it won editing and sound and all that stuff. But the one that it didn't get was score. It didn't get the score, and I remember that because it had such a great score. But Chariots of Fire got it, but it didn't get any of the big ones. It was also up for Best Picture, was up for Best Director, didn't get either of those. Had no acting awards in it, but it was all the technical stuff. It's like Best Sound, Art Direction, stuff like that.
Yep, you're almost 100%. It was they won it for Best Art Direction and Set Direction, Best
Visual
Sound,
effects, stuff like that.
Best Film Editing, and Best Effects and Visual Effects.
Yeah.
I will give you credit for that. That was actually pretty outstanding.
Okay.
I have a couple more questions. There is a character in this, a minor character. His name, the actor that plays him is known as William Hootkins. He played a Nazi who was a major.
Yeah.
Can you name this major's last name?
Yeah, Major Eaton at the beginning of the movie.
Major Eaton.
Yeah.
Correct. He was probably my relative or something. Who knows? And lastly, can you give me, if you can get within $10 million, I will give you all the props in the world. First, give me the budget.
Oh, I know the budget was $18 million because they tripled the budget on the movie. And you want to know how much they made? They made like $380 million.
$389 million.
Woo!
So you were literally right there.
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, this is pretty impressive, Chris. I'm not gonna lie.
I absolutely love Raiders of the Lost Ark. Episode 69, Romantic Comedies.
Fun with Yancy.
Okay, so you know what, Yancy? We've been doing this now for 69 episodes, as you know, as you pointed out, Mr. Juvenile. So we've done this show enough that, one of my favorite things to do is I love playing the winner's circle from the $100,000 pyramid.
Correct. You've made this known.
Yeah, so we're going to do it again. So here we go. Okay, so here's how it works, okay? I'm going to give you clues, okay? And all you have to do is guess the movie that's associated with the clues. To make it easy, going in, every movie is a romantic comedy, okay? So it's easy. And also,
It seems simple enough.
I went even easier on you, Yancy, because the oldest movie is from 1998. They're all millennial films, just for you. So it's your generation. Okay. Super easy. I give you.
You're just setting it up to look that much worse whenever I bomb it.
That's how this segment works. It's called Fun with Yancy for a reason. I have fun with you. So here's how. So again, I'm going to give you clues, and very easily you name the movie. Okay.
Correct.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Here goes. Jason Segel's penis.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Ben Stiller. Cameron Diaz, the Farrelly brothers.
Oh, There's Something About Mary.
Yes. Gold Digger, LeBron James, Bill Hader, Knee Surgeon, Amy Schumer, 2015.
I know the movie, but I don't know the name, Chris.
Judd Apatow. Pass. Action figures. Video games. Appliance store. Paul Rudd. Catherine Keener. Steve Carell. Celibacy.
Oh, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
Renee Zellweger. Hugh Grant. Single woman. Single British woman. Weight conscious. Colin Firth. Oscar nomination. Zellweger Oscar nomination. Underwear. 2001.
Is it 10 Things I Hate About You?
No.
No.
Pass. Christmas. London. 10 Different Stories. 2003. Hugh Grant. Emma Thompson. Keira Knightley. Andrew Lincoln.
God, I have no idea. Pass.
Liam Neeson. Shannon Elizabeth.
No idea.
Oh, man. We ran out of time anyway. So, didn't do so good. So the ones that you missed, that one was Love Actually.
Was it?
Love Actually. And the other one you couldn't think of, the Renee Zellweger, Hugh Grant, weight-conscious British woman, was Bridget Jones's Diary.
I've never seen it. Can you believe that? Is that bad?
You've heard of it. And the other one that you didn't know, Gold Digger and Bill Hader and Amy Schumer, was Trainwreck.
Ah, that's what it's called. Okay.
They're all, so I try to make it easy for you, this young man. I try to make it easy for you, give you all millennial movies. Still fun, though, nonetheless. Episode 70, Contact Movie Review.
Fun with Yancy.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to drop some trivia on you since you like this movie so much that you nominated it. So we mentioned the movie Yancy was directed by Robert Zemeckis, right? However, Roland Joffe was originally the director. He was slated to direct the film, but he dropped out. Yancy, can you name the 1984 film that Roland Joffe is best known for directing? Hint.
I cannot.
Hint.
No.
I made you watch it on this podcast. It's about journalists from 1984.
Oh, The Killing Field.
There we go. Let's see. I gave you
Was that 1984 too? I can't remember.
1984. Yep. Okay. So we mentioned the star power of Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey in this movie. But even with them, Contact was only nominated for one Academy Award, and that was Best Sound. Okay? And it even lost in that category to the movie that won Best Picture that year. Yancy, can you name the movie that won the Best Picture Oscar and basically swept the awards in 1997?
Oh,
Tons of awards. Huge movie.
Silence of the Lambs?
No, that was 93.
No?
1997.
Give me a hint, Chris.
Oh, I have a real sinking feeling that you might not get this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Titanic.
Oh, sinking, you bastard.
I just telegraphed this stuff for you.
You are such a dad. You're like a corny dad.
You said you wanted a hint, so I gave you one. I don't know. To me, that sounds like a hint. I don't know. Okay, so Carl Sagan, we mentioned him, and he wrote the book that was adapted into this movie. Now, but the thing is, Carl Sagan, as I mentioned, I kind of dropped his name a couple times. He was most famous, not just for his writing, but he did a 13-part television series in 1980. Yancy, can you name the television series that made Carl Sagan a household name?
Cosmo.
Yes! Oh, yes. It probably cost billions and billions of dollars, too. He used to say that on the show all the time. Okay, beginning of the movie. By the way, one thing I didn't mention was the first time, because we had so long to watch this movie, right? The first time, you're going to kill me. The first time that I went to watch this movie, I fell asleep.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I was about an hour in, I fell asleep. Now, it's not just because I'm bored, it's because like I'm old, right? You know, because I'm just like this, old, decrepit human being. So I fell asleep. But anyway, in the beginning of the movie, bud, Ellie, she was a little girl. Remember, she uses the ham radio, and she's in Wisconsin. And she uses this ham radio to contact somebody from a faraway city. Do you remember the city that the person lived in that she contacted?
I know it's in Florida.
Yes, it's in your home state. So I thought you might get it.
I can't remember the exact town, so I'm going to say like Key West or Miami.
No, it's neither. It's Pensacola, Florida.
Okay, that's another Florida city, so at least I got the state right.
Okay, Tom Skerritt, he plays David Drumlin in this, okay? And John Hurt plays S.R. Haddon, right? That eccentric guy, right? In what 1979 science fiction film did Skerritt and Hurt previously co-star together?
I don't know, Chris.
You know those two actors. You saw them in this movie. You know this other movie. They were in it together. It's Alien.
I'd have to go back and look. I honestly, that's
John Hurt's the guy that the thing came bursting out of his stomach. Remember the guy in Alien who the thing comes out of his stomach? That's the old guy, S.R. Haddon. Oh, man.
No, I'm not disputing it. It's just it doesn't strike a bell with me. I thought you haven't seen Alien, Chris.
Yeah, but you loved Alien, so I figured you'd be able to get this. Okay, so Tom Skerritt, I just was talking about him. So his character in the movie, as I mentioned, is David Drumlin, right? So before they did the test run of the travel machine, the first one, right? The first one, not the second one that we had hidden over here. But before they did the test run, Drumlin, the character, he referred several times to the robot's name. Remember, they had a robot that was going to sit in there, and he says, we lovingly call him what name?
Oh.
What was the human name given to the robot that sat in for the test of the travel machine?
I can't remember, but this is going to make me so upset.
It was Elmer.
Elmer,
yeah. Okay, so the last...
Good trivia question.
Yeah, okay, so the last one. I'm going to give you 4 movies, and I want you to do me a favor and tell me what do the following films all have in common. Okay, are you ready?
Is this going to hurt my feelings?
No, of course not. Con Air. Con Air.
Okay.
My Best Friend's Wedding. Batman and Robin. And George of the Jungle. What do those 4 movies have in common?
Say them again.
Con Air. My Best Friend's Wedding.
Okay.
Batman and Robin. And George of the Jungle. 4 movies have something in common. What do they have in common? Yes.
Did they also come out in 1997?
They did, but there's more to it than that.
Well, hey, I got that part right. I feel great.
They all made more money at the box office than Contact did.
You bastard.
So yeah, maybe it will hurt your feelings. Don't feel bad though, Yancy, because Contact did make more money than Soul Food, Home Alone 3, and Good Burger. So you got that going for you. So
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Episode 71, The Princess Bride Movie Review.
Fun with Yancy.
Okay, it's over to you, my friend. I nominated this movie, so now I guess you got to put me on the chopping block here and give me some trivia. So what do you got?
Okay, per the usual, you knocked out a lot of them by just talking about the film. Obviously, you know a lot. That's not a secret. That's well established in like the history of the show. Like Chris knows a lot about these movies, and to his credit, like he actually goes in and like researches them and like learns about them and knows links between different movies and actors and directors and stuff. So well done on your part. So first question, it's a really easy one. What year was The Princess Bride released?
In 1987.
And it was based off of the book.
Yeah.
What year was the book released?
The book came out in 1973.
Okay, I thought you might not get the book. I knew you'd definitely get the movie, obviously, but so well done. Okay, so William Goldman, he won 2 Oscars for Best Writing. Can you name the 2 films that he won them for? Obviously, he directed this film as well.
Man, just trying to think with Butch Cassidy and All the President's Men. I'll go with those 2.
Yep, you nailed it.
Yes.
2 for 2.
Oh,
I think I said directed. I think I just meant wrote.
No,
He
I
wrote
think you said writing. You said writing.
Okay.
So
sorry. All right. So Robin Wright, the lovely, talented Robin Wright. Can you name the year in which she was born? And I will give you a hint. I reference my parents a lot in this show. This is the same year that they were born. It is also the year that the shoe Vans first was created. What is
nice.
the year?
Well, she was 21 when she made this in 1987, so that would put her back to 1966.
Well done.
Ooh.
Very well done. Math is good. Okay. So let me ask you. We talked about Rob Reiner a little bit.
Yes. Oh, Rob
that guy
Reiner.
that guy has some work, man. You want to talk about just how many different things he's a part of as an actor, a director, a writer. Just has his hands in all kinds of different projects. Really impressive. Can you name the film that he directed before The Princess Bride and also after The Princess Bride? The 2 films immediately sandwiching The Princess Bride.
So I will say, would Stand By Me?
Stand By Me is one.
Yeah, Stand By Me came out before because I mentioned The Sure Thing and Spinal Tap, but he did Stand By Me, and right after it, I think he did Misery, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
It's actually When Harry Met Sally.
When Harry Met Sally, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Misery
man.
was right there too, though, as I looked it up.
Yes.
I think you were 1 film off, but yes.
So close.
Still pretty impressive, though. Still have credit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the quote, his eyes are like the sea after a storm. That's what she references talking about her love. I actually forgot his name too. Was it Wesley?
Wesley, yep. Wesley, like West, and then Lee.
Wesley,
Wesley,
right?
yep.
So once again, she says his eyes are like the sea after a storm. That is a reference to what? In real life?
I don't know.
It is actually a painting by the same name by the Irish painter Francis Darby that was created in 1824.
Oh, how can I not know that?
I assumed, honestly, Chris, I assumed that you would have looked it up somehow.
No.
You know how many times I write down questions and I'm like, surely he won't get this. And then surely
boom, I drop it. Yeah.
Okay, I got another one about Andre the Giant.
Oh, sure, Andre the Giant.
So this is tangential to the actual movie itself because I've had to become more creative with these. If I'm just reading off trivia and stuff online, you're going to get it if it's directly relating to the movie. But Andre the Giant, he played a pivotal part in this. Obviously, you mentioned him wrestling against Hulk Hogan. Very very famous wrestler. Unfortunately, he died when he was I think 47 or 48.
Yeah.
He was, however, inducted into the World Wrestling Entertainment Hall of Fame. Can you name the year that he was inducted into said Hall of Fame?
I'll guess the same year he died. I'll say 93.
It was 1993.
Oh, yes! I had to take a guess on that one. That's hilarious.
Okay. Can you name the actor who played the albino?
Oh, was it Robbie Coltrane?
It was Mel Smith.
Oh, Mel Smith. Oh,
Mel
so close.
Smith.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I was thinking Robbie
And
Coltrane.
weirdly enough, I didn't mention this. I know we're in trivia now, but I did not realize at the time that it was Billy Crystal that played the Miracle guy.
It was him and Carol Kane in those roles. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. One other thing I just want to mention, if I could just jump in for a second, because we didn't mention it. And I think this is something that's lost in this movie because it happens during the credits, is the song, Storybook Love. That's done by Willie.
I love the soundtrack.
It's so good. So Willie DeVille and Mark Knopfler, the guitar player from Dire Straits, obviously, they teamed up and they did this song, Storybook Love, at the end. It was up for an Oscar for Best Song. Didn't win because I've had the time of my life from Dirty Dancing, kind of swept that one. But it came out the same year, so you're going to beat it, right? But I just and that song, like elements and the melody of that song are woven as an instrumental throughout the movie, and that song is really, really good. So anybody that wants to, you just go and you can find it on YouTube or something like that. But Storybook Love, the song by Willie DeVille and Mark Knopfler, it's really, really, really good.
I did not know that he had a part in this. I will say this: Dire Straits, criminally underrated. Sultans of Swing, probably one of the greatest guitar songs of all time. I don't know how you feel about that.
I agree with you 100%.
And you know what's weird? I actually wrote that in my notes too, talking about. I know we're running super long, but
no, it's okay.
I even wrote about the music to it. It sounds like 16-bit, like something you would hear on like the original Nintendo Entertainment System. Like that's what the music sounded like to me. It was like I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was like very like video gamey, like fairy tale, almost like Zelda-ish. You know what I mean? I just thought it worked really, really well. But I just kind of wanted to mention that. Let me see if I have any other trivia questions real quick we haven't answered. The two rival kingdoms in the movie, can you name them?
Gilder and... Oh, the other one escapes me. I just always think of Gilder.
I know you know it. It's Florin.
Yes.
You would have gotten there for sure.
Yeah.
It was actually the name of two former Dutch currencies, the florin and the gulden.
That's so cool.
Can you name the powder that was the fictional poison that was used inside the film? Can you name the name of the poison?
Well, being as the Dread Pirate Roberts, spent years building up an immunity to it, I should know that it's iocane powder.
Iocane, correct,
Yes.
which is not real.
No,
but,
it's make believe.
I think that does it, Chris. I had a lot more of these. Can you name any famous actress that auditioned or at least put her name in for Princess Buttercup? There are 3 big names that you might be able to get.
I'm just trying to think. Would like Meg Ryan be one?
Meg Ryan is one.
Oh, good. So there we go. I'm just trying to think of any because again, like at the time, Robin Wright was unknown. She was an unknown actress, right? But so was Carrie Elwes. I don't know. Meg Ryan. I can't think of anybody else.
Meg Ryan was a fantastic guest. Courtney Cox was another that auditioned for the role.
Okay, very cool.
And they also said Uma Thurman, but she was turned out immediately because they said she was too exotic looking. So apparently they were looking for a very, Aryan, blonde hair, blue eyed,
right.
Like your typical princess, whatever. But I thought that was pretty interesting. But very nice job as always. You kind of outclass me when it comes to the trivias, and the streak continues. So nice job.
Thanks for listening to Pop Goes Your World. You can contact Chris and Derek at popgoesyourworld.com. Please take a minute and review the podcast on iTunes or wherever you download and listen to the show.